Howdy everybody, DrankisDank here with another Minecraft video, and today guys, as you can tell, I've got my iron golem farms all done. 4 cells, took me quite a bit of time, especially to pipe those villagers all the way up here to elevation of, 149, so that was about a 70 block, 80 block vertical climb to get them up here. That was pretty big pain, but definitely the results have been awesome. I did my first night of AFKing last night, and I'll show you. I'll go down there and I'll show you. Got a lot of iron. But guys, we're going to start up here because I realized that I've been growing quite a bit with my subscriber count recently, and I just felt like some of these newer people that are watching my series would like to know about my world a little bit and know exactly what's going on and all the technical projects I've got going. So this is just going to be a little recap at the beginning of this episode. Don't worry, we'll do plenty of stuff with this later in this episode, so stick around if you're an old guy and you already know all this stuff. But guys, so this is my area on the Friend Zone survival multiplayer server. Right now, we technically are accepting applications, so if you'd like to play on the Friend Zone, you don't have to be a YouTuber or anything. It's just a whitelisted vanilla server, and if you want to join, you can send me a message on YouTube, and we'll talk on Skype. Definitely love the chance to get new friends. So, first things first, yeah, that's the Friend Zone server, and this is my area on the Friend Zone server. This is a roughly 320 by 320 square of water. Now, this used to be a full swamp. This whole area was almost completely filled with land. And I went in by hand with shovels and stuff. Everything's done in survival here on the Friend Zone. I went in here and I cleared out that entire 320 by 320 square so that I could make this. Let's go down. Whee! So this is my witch farm. The whole reason that my base is in this location, this is the whole reason that I dug that 320 by 320 pool of water out. This is it. Right where this little cell here with those 2 floors are, used to be a witch hut. And some of you may know, some of you may not. I like to educate a little bit also in my videos, so if you don't know, you can learn something today. So in a witch hut, the only mobs that can spawn in a witch hut are witches and slimes if they end up spawning on my little upside down thing right here. But the only mobs that can spawn in a witch hut are witches. So in this little area here, on these spawning pads, that is exactly the range of the witch hut. So the only mobs that can spawn in there are witches. Now, I have these shifting floors to move them and get them down to my water streams and kill them, and then I have an auto loot collection and all that stuff down under. But why did I dig a 320 by 320? So that it can be efficient. See, there's some witches now. So, it has to be 100% efficient. That is the key. So, 320 by 320 of water, because mobs cannot spawn in water. And I still have to, I'm not quite done with it yet, so it's not 100% efficient just yet, but I still have to go underground and light up every last cave under that 320 by 320 square. By doing that, I make it so that the only place in this entire area where mobs can spawn is in my witch hut. And since the only thing that can spawn in there are witches, I get a lot and a lot and a lot of witches spawning in there. So, this is the basis, right here, this is the basis of my entire base. That's why I decided on this location. That's why I have a perimeter of 320 by 320. So, next build, the Iron Golem farm, second technical farm that I built on the Friend Zone server. Took me quite a bit of time. I also dressed it up a little bit with some nether quartz, some smooth sandstone, bricks, all that good stuff. And I have stone brick half slabs and iron fences or iron bars going up, so it kind of looks like a chain type thing, a real industrial heavy chain holding that one to that one, or that one to that one, depending on which one I decide to support. But iron golems will spawn in each of these cells, and let's see if I can catch one falling. Oh, there's one dying, and it just died. But so iron golems will spawn in each of these cells, and if one spawns up there, it'll fall down the middle into that lava pool. If one spawns there, it'll just fall into the lava pool. And in the lava pool, there's water at the bottom, so they die in the lava, drop their stuff, and it gets a collection stream going, and I'll show you where it goes to. Right down under here, this is where I'm going to build my 100% fully automatic sorting system for every sortable item in the game. I'm obviously getting some stuff ready to do some digging, and since I have a witch farm, and one of the things that witches drop is gunpowder, here we go. All these spots are loaded up and primed with TNT. Now, I initially thought that I would just, include in my video me just flipping a switch and all this stuff blowing up, but then I thought, like I said, I like to educate, and a lot of people don't understand how useful TNT can be when it is used in the right way. Of course, most people, when they try to dig with TNT, end up making a huge mess, and it's really ugly, and they accidentally blow something up, or, TNT is associated with griefers, but that's a misconception. TNT is largely misunderstood. So, see this area right here? I actually had to fill in this edge of the cobblestone, but this area was actually completely mined out with TNT. I didn't, correct the walls or anything. I didn't smooth out the corners. As you can see, TNT is very, very controllable. So, each block of TNT, I'll draw it out for you. Each block of TNT, if it's placed in if I get a 3x3, just like that, and then I place a TNT in the middle, and then I do this, only with cobblestone. It has to be something with a blast resistance of stone or cobblestone, something like that. If I make this little box right here, and I were to light that TNT, only the cobblestone, let's break that one, only that cobblestone would actually get destroyed. So, if TNT is surrounded by stone or cobblestone, and the spots where you see cobblestone, that's spots where there was stuff like dirt or gravel that would have changed the blast radius of the TNT, so I dug it out and filled it in with cobblestone. So, if you use TNT surrounded by stone or cobblestone or something of that blast resistance, it is very precise and very controllable. See, that is a neat 3x3x3 cube. So, this area right here is just 3x3 cubes all across with some gravel, so that's why it messed up a little bit right there. But that is a great illustration of how controllable and useful TNT can be, because it would have taken me longer if I just had to dig all that out. So let's break this, and what I'm planning on doing, of course, I could just run around with a flint and steel and light all these things, and that would be pretty fun, but I figure we might as well make it one big explosion. So, another thing that witches drop, and I'll show you this, check it out. So this is from those two cells over there, and that is a night worth of AFKing. That stuff all there is the night. This is what I had previous to that night. So last night, boom. That is a lot of iron in one night, I would say. So, let me show you right here. Still have my bed floating on a cobblestone platform there. So, another thing that witches drop is redstone. So that's honestly a huge reason. I let somebody dip into my witch drop reserves recently. I'm going to have to go down here. But, so, that was a huge reason why I decided to make the witch farm, is to have unlimited redstone. Honestly, at this point, the only things I ever need to mine for are coal, gold, and diamonds, of course. But, so, right here, I've just got automatic, spillover chests like that, and I just let Madison dip into my reserves, so I don't really have as much stuff as I would like. But yeah, so that's the witch farm collection. You get an idea of what all that stuff that I can collect from that, and I usually filter out the glowstone as well. You get glowstone from witches, glowstone dust at least, and then you can make that into glowstone blocks. That's why that wasn't really in there, is because I use it a lot. So I am going to get my redstone, I'm going to get my cobblestone, and I'm going to get some levers. And I am about to head down there and prime it up. I'll show you how, just so you get an idea. So here's the thing. With these TNT, they'll also blow up the block above it. And if I put redstone on that block, and that redstone gets powered, the redstone powers the block, which activates the TNT. So I can walk around, cover these things up, and put a net of redstone across the entire thing with with repeaters connecting at all these spots, and then that will create a nice one big net of primed TNT where I can flip one lever and watch the whole thing go up. So guys, I'm going to get that ready and I'll be right back and we'll blow this whole thing up. Alright, see you guys in a bit. Alright, here we go. Got my lines of redstone running over. See those little cobblestone blocks in there? That's where the TNT is under. So everything is primed and set to go. In this little configuration, we'll kind of have an outward wave effect. So we'll get these ones going off first, and then those ones, and those ones, and those ones, and then the last ones, those last ones, those last ones. And so we'll kind of get, starting at this lever, everything will kind of go outwards. It won't be that noticeable because there's just one tick, one redstone tick in between explosion sets. But should be fun. Got my lever. Don't want to be down here. Got my lever down, and I'm in a wall. There we go. Got my lever down here, so as soon as I flick this bad boy, all this stuff is going to turn on, prime all the TNT, and we should, keyword there is should, we'll probably get a few mess ups here and there where some dirt was hiding or whatever, but we should get a nice clean 3 deep hole. Yeah, we'll lessen this room by 3 blocks. So let's see if we can get that going. Oh, I'm holding shift. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Oh, yeah. That's efficiency, people. That is efficiency. Am I right or am I right? I hope you guys learned something today, you know, because I really do. I love teaching. And not like in a way like, oh, I know more than you, but like I like learning things and then sharing those things that I learn. So in this case, you know, everybody's always so afraid of TNT and they look at those bats spawning in here. Everybody always, you know, associates it with griefing and bad things, and they're accidentally going to blow up their house and blah, blah, blah. But as you can see, I just made this entire place, which is about a 40 by 40 area, 3 blocks deeper in the flick of a switch. Now, there was preparation time in that, sure. And it does use a lot of TNT, which is both sand and gunpowder. It eats up your sand and your gunpowder reserves. But, first of all, I didn't have to do the redstone thing. I could have run around with a flint and steel and lit them all on fire, and that would have been even faster than having to prime all the redstone. But if you have gunpowder and you have a mob farm with creepers in it or whatever it is, for me it's a witch farm, then go dig up some sand and use TNT to dig deeper instead of wasting your time with that pickaxe. You'll also just be hurting your tools. And you have to admit, that was pretty snazzy, am I right? So, guys, I'm going to light up this place, and then we'll start talking about my plans for this room. That will be quite important. Because, you know, the witch farm is why I'm here in this location, but the main event of my entire base will be in this room. Some of you already know what it is, some of you don't, but I'm going to clear this up, light it up a little bit, and I will be back in just a bit, and we can talk about it. Ha! So, guys, here we go. There we go. This is my new area that I just blew up with my TNT, Dynamite. Right? Yeah. AC/DC. Yeah. Okay. But so, those of you that already know, those of you that don't know, this is going to be where my fully automatic sorting system for every item in the game will be. Obviously, it's not quite large enough for all the chests for every item in the game yet, so this will be widened out, or maybe it'll be turned into a longer hallway. I'm still trying to figure out. I think I'm going to widen the whole thing since that's already set exactly like that. So these walls will go back. Let's just do a little experiment here. So same with that little 3x3. Oh, see, we have gravel there. We don't want to go there. Let's try it right here. So TNT, flint and steel, and this will cut out a nice little 3x3 just like it did before. Yep, just like that. See? So I will use TNT to knock back these walls a little bit and get started on, let's put, what do I have? You know what, I'll just take these things out and then, come on, there we go. Did I get 4? I got 3. One more, come on. Honestly, at this point, it's like glowstone. I don't care about breaking because I have so much of it. But those ones are kind of floating up there, so I'll need to deal with that. But there we go. Now I can light that corner up so we don't have anything spawning in there. So, obviously, I'm going to need to move my bed, although I can get to it right now. I just need to do that. And those chests I've been getting to by throwing an ender pearl over here and accessing this stuff. And this is just extra stuff that I was getting used for blowing this up and all that. But, oh, there I go, throwing ender pearls without armor again, idiot. But, so this is my area, and if you want to check out the, automatic sorting system that I have a video on it where I built the first design of it, and I'm actually going to make that design, but even bigger here in Survival. You can go ahead and click that link in the top left if you want to go see that video, real cool stuff. I hope you like it. But that is my plans for in here. Epic stuff. But at the same time, I don't want to officially start on that project. I'll get all the room ready for it, but I don't want to officially start on that project until 1.5 comes out, because there could be a change that they make to hoppers or something along those lines that could either break or just make my current sorting machine obsolete. Hoppers could be improved with a sorting mechanism. I don't know. I don't talk to Dinnerbone. I'm not a big shot. But it's possible that those things could happen, so I don't want to build the whole thing and then realize that I could have done it better, or it breaks, or blah, blah, blah. I'm going to wait until the official release of 1.5, check to make sure it's still the best way it can be, and then I will implement my fully automatic sorting system down here. Of course, my iron golem farm, my witch farm, everything like that will automatically pipe its drops into the sorting system. And I also plan on, probably next episode, unless 1.5 comes out between now and next episode, I'm going to make a cow breeder over in this area. This area over here, obviously we have iron golem farm, witch farm. This fourth side of my perimeter base here will be dedicated to other types of farms. We have iron farms, we have a witch farm, we have this farm. I'm also going to make a hostile mob farm, maybe above the witch farm. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that yet. But, so right over here, we're going to have cow farms, wheat farms, wool farms, melon farms, pumpkin farms, mushroom farms, everything that you can farm over here. Maybe some underground as well. But, so, my point is, this underground storage system will have everything that it can possibly get automatically filtering into its chests. So the end result, hopefully I can be the first one to get it done in Survival. The end result will be a storage system that automatically fills itself, and it has every single item in it. And then anything that's farmable automatically fills itself. So that will be super, super awesome. I'm really pumped to take on the challenge. Already have been taking on the challenge, obviously. So next step, I'm going to make a little cow breeder, and I actually came up with a little pretty clever 100% reliable cow breeding design, which I will probably showcase in a video that'll come out in a few days, maybe even tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Guys, I hate to make this a short video, but I hope you learned something today, and I say thank you to anybody that has subscribed to me more recently and got to learn about the history of my area here. But I'm going to cut it off here, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something today. If you didn't learn something and you're already smarter than me, then let me know. Tell me to pick up the pace a little bit. But, guys, I hope you have a fantastic day. Like it if you liked it. Subscribe for more. I will see you guys later. Adios.